When people hear the name SEAL Team 6, they often think of movies or books. They imagine silent, black-clad figures moving through the night, executing missions with impossible precision. But honestly, the truth is both more complex and more demanding than any story can capture. This unit represents the absolute pinnacle of the United States military's Special Operations Forces. They are the ones called when the stakes are at their highest. The first one's in, the last one's out, of the most dangerous places on Earth, on. To understand why SEAL Team 6 was created, you have to go back to a dark moment in American history, Operation Eagle Claw in 1980. This was the failed attempt to rescue 52 American hostages held in the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, Iran. The mission was a disaster. It involved different branches of the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, that had not trained together. Communication broke down. Helicopters failed in the desert. A tragic collision killed 8 servicemen. The failure was a national embarrassment. It showed a critical gap. No dedicated standing counterterrorism unit. The man tapped to fix it was Navy Commander Richard Dick Marcinko. Marcinko was unconventional and visionary. He was ordered to build a unit from scratch, one that could operate anywhere. He handpicked operators from East and West Coast teams and named it SEAL Team 6. The number 6 was deliberate. Psychological warfare. From inception, the team would be unpredictable, think outside the box, and master the basics and advanced skills. While all Navy SEALs are elite warriors who have survived Bud S, the operators of DevGru are a step beyond. The primary difference is mission focus and resources. Regular SEAL teams focus on direct action, special reconnaissance, and unconventional warfare. DevGru is a Tier 1 special mission unit. Primary responsibilities include counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and other high-risk national security missions. You cannot enlist directly. First become a Navy SEAL, serve with distinction, then you may be invited to Green Team. A brutal 6-month selection. If you thought your job interview was tough, try Green Team. Green Team tests physical ability, maturity, decision-making under pressure, and problem-solving. Washout rates exceed 50%. DevGru gets far more equipment and funding, highly customized weaponry, comms, and training facilities that replicate any environment. A hijacked tanker, a hostile building, whatever the mission demands. The culture is unique. Multiple squadrons, red, blue, gold, silver, flatter command, faster decisions, autonomy for operators to innovate and adapt. The vast majority of DevGru's operations will never be known to the public. They are conducted in secret under the cover of darkness. Results are often classified for decades. The team operates in a world of plausible deniability. Success met with silence. Failure could be catastrophic. Long before the raid that killed Osama bin Laden, they cut their teeth in conflicts around the globe. One early confirmed action was Operation Urgent Fury in 1983, rescuing Governor General Sir Paul Schoon and securing a radio tower. In 2009, they rescued Captain Richard Phillips from Somali pirates, inserting nearby, establishing sniper overwatch from a destroyer, and neutralizing threats to save his life. DevGru has operated across the Horn of Africa and Yemen against AQAP and Al-Shabaab. Not large invasions, but precision strikes based on detailed intelligence. Operators insert by helicopter or small boat, often under new moon conditions, identify targets in chaotic environments, and exfiltrate before larger forces respond. A high-stakes chess match played in real time. They were central in Iraq and Afghanistan, part of Task Force 1, 45 hunting AQI leaders conducting repeated raids that generated intelligence to dismantle networks. Operation Neptune Spear, the raid that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden on May 2, 2011. This operation was the culmination of a decade-long intelligence effort. The CIA believed he was in Abbottabad after years of work, but they weren't 100% sure. A raid inside a sovereign, nuclear-armed nation carried immense risk. If wrong, it could have been an international disaster. DevGru took the task. For weeks, Red Squadron trained on a full-scale replica of the compound and rehearsed contingencies, handling non-combatants in a helicopter crash. They used 2 specially modified Blackhawks fitted with stealth features, flying low from Afghanistan to avoid detection. One helicopter hit a vortex ring state and crashed inside the compound walls. The operators exited, secured the perimeter, and adapted without hesitation. They cleared the 3-story house room by room, protecting non-combatants, engaging armed couriers, and finally encountering their target on the 3rd floor. They confirmed identity, seized computers, hard drives and documents, destroyed the downed helicopter to protect technology, and exfiltrated on a backup Chinook. The whole raid took less than 40 minutes. The world reacted with headline news: Bin Laden was killed. An end to the longest manhunt in modern history. The journey to becoming an operator in SEAL Team 6 is one of the most arduous and selective paths in any military. It begins with Bud S. 6 months of training, including the infamous Hell Week, constantly cold, wet, hungry, and sleep-deprived while performing grueling tasks. Only about 20 to 25% earn the SEAL Trident. After advanced training, they join a regular SEAL team and spend years honing their craft on deployments. Real-world experience in raids, underwater demolitions, reconnaissance, and working with foreign forces builds the resume for Green Team. Green Team is a 6-month gauntlet evaluating physical standards and, critically, mental resilience, thinking under extreme stress, CQB mastery, and character. They practice live-fire CQB with strict safety, are tested on intelligence skills and master specialties, breaching, halo jumps, combat diving, tactical driving, surveillance, comms, medics, and snipers. The result: multi-talented warriors, masters of tradecraft, selected for reliability, humility, and the ability to teach and innovate within the team. Only top performers make it. The Crucible creates operators who can think, adapt, and execute under the most extreme conditions. One surprising and little-known fact about SEAL Team 6 is the unique role of Blue Squadron. When people think of DevGru, they picture assaulters, the guys who kick down doors, but the team's capabilities run far deeper. Blue Squadron functions as a testing and development squadron, experienced operators, maritime experts, and the team's eyes and ears for deep reconnaissance. They board massive oil tankers, small fishing boats, often in rough seas and darkness. Blue Squadron perfected hull ladder climbs, fast roping to moving decks, fighting in maze-like corridors below deck, and setting up clandestine observation posts to feed intelligence. They're not one-dimensional shooters. They're problem solvers who can board a ship one day and spend days unseen collecting intelligence the next. Blue Squadron's depth defines DevGru: fighters, spies, and innovators. SEAL Team 6, or DevGru, serves a purpose that goes way beyond individual missions. In a world of asymmetric threats, shadowy terrorist networks, rogue states, and criminal organizations, conventional military responses are often too slow, too blunt, or too politically risky. DevGru gives the President and Secretary of Defense a precise surgical option: resolve a crisis, eliminate a threat, or rescue a citizen without escalating to full-scale war. The unit's existence deters leaders, forces militants deeper into the shadows, limits communications, and disrupts planning, making recruitment and operations harder for adversaries. Beyond strikes, DevGru generates intelligence, seizing phones, laptops, documents, and people that analysts use to map networks and uncover future plots, one mission enabling the next. Ultimately, they are the nation's ultimate emergency response force, the break glass option that gives diplomats, aid workers, and citizens confidence when they operate in dangerous places. The story of SEAL Team 6 is a complex tapestry: courage, sacrifice, secrecy. Their legacy is written not in headlines, but in the quiet professionalism of operators and the silent success of missions. They are highly intelligent, relentlessly trained, and a living laboratory for tactics, techniques, and technologies that often trickle down to the broader special operations community. They are ordinary men who accepted an extraordinary burden: the quiet professionals, the shadow warriors, the undisputed tip of the American military spear. From a painful lesson in the Iranian desert to a legendary Tier 1 asset, their journey is a testament to ingenuity, adaptability, mastery of fundamentals, and unwavering commitment to teammates and country. When the nation faces its darkest hour, there is a force ready and able to answer the call.